there was a period of time I think, oh my gosh, I got to make sure I take care of this because I don't want to not be able to walk. Tish Moeller here, she had some knee replacement stuff done, I think. I don't want to speak out of line, but she had something with her knees. Whenever we speak to Mark Shaw over at Dr. Juan Jordan's office down in the Villages, I listen. I don't know if he knows this, but I listen real carefully because a lot of what he says, I'm taking like mental notes, thinking I got to maybe look into this myself, you know. So let's talk to him right now. Mark is on the phone. He represents Dr. Juan Jordan down in the Villages. Among other things, they talk about medical weight loss. I could use that too, by the way. But the platelet-rich plasma is the thing that always gets my attention because that's how they're treating some people with knee and other joint problems. Good morning, Mark. How are you?
Good morning, Larry. How are you?
I'm all right. Have you seen Tina Turner lately? She's unbelievable.
Buddy,
she's fabulous.
I have, along with Tina Turner and many, many other athletes and professionals who, whether they're on stage or whether they're professional golfers or football players or baseball players, you're starting to see, for example, I mean, in recent years, players going longer in their professional NFL, Major League Baseball careers, and so on, and it's because of platelet-rich plasma and stem cell. I mean, that is the reason why they're getting more longevity than they did. You know, I mean, obviously everybody knows football's a very violent game.
Right. So
it used to be your average career was, 4, 5, maybe 6 years. Now you're seeing players increasing those years, 12, 13, 14 years in the NFL at a physical position like a lineman. And they're able to do that because the regenerative properties of this wonderful product that our body produces called platelet-rich plasma.
Okay, so there's also a story this morning. Tiger Woods is going to be golfing again today. Just 1 year ago, everybody thought he was never going to play again because he had 2 back surgeries.
That's correct.
All right, so the one common element between Tina Turner, I think, and Tiger Woods, I'm sure, and a lot of the NFL guys is they've got lots of money. So I'm guessing that the average person reads these stories and says, well,
I can't afford it.
I can't.
Exactly.
I'm sure they can do it, but I can't do it. But you've told us really that you can do it, right?
You absolutely can. If you come see us, first and foremost, Larry, your consultation to sit down with us is completely free. Okay, we don't charge you anything for you to come into our office, and for if it's a knee, if it's a hip, myself, our practitioner Charlie, who's been on the air with you as well. Okay, he's in Monroe Regional right now, working. But when he's there with us, we will sit down, we will do an evaluation with you and make sure that you are a proper candidate to receive platelet-rich plasma. Once we've done that, you fall within the 90 percentile group, meaning if you don't have the contradicting indications, if you don't smoke, if you don't have those kind of things, you're going to get 85% regeneration of that area. That's what's going to happen. And that's what we've seen when we go through our protocols and we do the things the right way at Dr. Jordan's office, that once that's happened, you're definitely going to get the results. But more importantly to that, even though that consultation is free, then at that point, because of our foundation, because of everything that we have, I've got $60 million to lend out to our patients at no credit check, no interest, okay? No interest to you whatsoever. This is not like a credit card. This is not like a bank coming in and saying, okay, yes, we'll pay for it. We come in, we pay for the services up front of whatever it is you need. Let's just say it's $1,500, okay? And that's totally an arbitrary number. I mean, it can be as little as $500, Larry. It can be as little as much as $5,000.
Wow.
But it's dependent on
either way. Even 5,000 sounds good, though. I mean, if we're talking about walking again, yeah.
But think about this, Larry. After that, okay, I sit down and I say with you, okay, Larry, you owe $1,500. What can you afford to pay on a weekly basis? Can you afford $25 a week? Great, no problem. Then we're going to do that for the next however many weeks until it takes care of $1,500, or for the next 15 months. That's roughly $100 a month.
Wow.
For 15 months, no interest, straight payments, there it is. You get to pay that off, $100 a month, and you can now walk again. And your treatments and everything are handled.
For the listeners who are listening, I want you to know, first of all, if you've listened to me and Robin forever, you know that we don't try to pull the wool over you because we know we can't. We know you see right through us. This is not an infomercial. Well, it is in a sense, in the fact that Dr. Jordan's office does pay for the time.
Yes.
But that's about it.
Mm-hmm.
Dr. Jordan's office is here, not in like faraway place, and it's right here in the villages, right here in our area. So, and as Mark mentioned, Charles Brooks is currently at what did you say, Monroe?
Monroe.
At Monroe.
He's at Monroe. Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Mm-hmm. And Dr. Jordan has been a family physician for how many years?
Many years. I mean, he was in Ocala, I think, for like 10 years.
Yeah.
And then has been moved around several places, and then has finally going to take his practice and stay there in the villages. And a lot of people know him in Ocala as well because he's a great physician. I mean, he is a great family doctor. He deals with diabetes. He deals geriatric care. I mean, he is a fantastic doctor, and he really takes care of his patients.
Sometimes people start hurting and they feel like, okay, this is going to go away. It's not serious. I'm going to try to take care of it myself. When should they try not to do that and to come see you?
Okay, so if you've had any kind of traumatic injury, obviously, if you've had a trauma to an area, you sprained a knee, you twisted it, you pulled something, you lifted something with your back, and now it's hurt and everything else, or we're in a car accident, or any of those types of things. Obviously, you've done something to damage it. It's not your day-to-day normal routine. I would say don't self-medicate, with your Advil and your ice pack and your everything else. If it's a free consultation to you, come see Charlie and myself. I mean, it's not going to hurt anything. If for any reason that it's not in the realm of the area that we can help you, the other thing that we do, Larry, is we'll refer you to the correct doctor. We refer and in with a lot of people, from back braces to knee braces to different types of things that can alleviate things that are covered by your insurance that can alleviate that pain. But we save you a lot of time, a lot of effort. I can't tell you how many patients have come to me and, well, I've been to this doctor, that doctor, I've tried this, I've tried that, I've done this, I've tried everything, and I haven't gotten any results. And that's a lot of frustration on a lot of people's part is, how do you know who to go to and when and where and everything else? Right,
I know, and just having the guidance alone is a really big help for almost all of us. The one thing we were talking,
and that's what we would do, Larry. Charlie and I would do that for your listeners as well. They come in, they see us, it's free. If for any reason it's not our area, I'm going to say, okay, here's a name and a number, and you're referred by us, and we're going to send you directly to that doctor, and they'll be able to handle it.
Mark, this morning we were talking about the fact that you were coming on, and I mentioned that there's one part of this that never has really sunk in, and so two things I'm going to ask you, just excuse me for bringing something up that I've probably asked before. Platelet-rich plasma, is it the same thing or a similar thing to stem cells?
Okay, it's not the same thing as stem cells. I mean, you have stem cells, okay, in your body right now, Larry, okay? And when I pull those and draw those out with a needle, okay, they're in with your blood, okay, and platelets with white blood cells, red blood cells, all the regenerative properties are there in your blood. When I spin that down in a centrifuge, okay, I'm separating those in that vial of blood to where I've got stem cells, regenerative properties, white blood cells, things like that. I draw off with the needle, and the rest I do away with. Okay, so just those regenerative properties. Okay, when you get stem cells, okay, you're getting stem cells from an umbilical cord of a fetus. Okay, and it's not someone that's died. It's not a live fetus or anything else. It's mothers give birth, and they have an umbilical cord. If they don't utilize it, those umbilical cords are packed just chock full of stem cells, okay? And they're going to pull those stem cells out of there. Then they're going to freeze them because they have to be shipped to wherever you're going to do it, like down here to Ocala. They will ship it to us, and we have to have it frozen and kept a certain way, and then we're going to thaw that out, and we're going to put that into a needle and inject that into the area that you want. Okay, so both processes involve you're actually getting stem cell. With PRP, you're getting your own. Does that make sense?
So it is stem cells, but it's a different way of getting them.
Yeah, it's just yours.
It's your own.
It's your own. Right. Okay, versus getting it from, an umbilical cord or somewhere else.
And do you do both knees at the same time or both ankles? And what do you?
Right. So let's say you have a bad knee, Larry. Okay, or bad knees. All right. You'd come in, and that's the reason why we make everything so affordable. You just literally simply tell us what can you afford to pay on a weekly basis. I mean, what can you afford? $25 a week. I keep using that because that's just round numbers. Whatever you can afford, get the procedures that you need, and listen to what Charlie or Dr. Jordan has to say, because they're telling you the truth. If I were to fix one knee, okay, and you were to try to cost save and all, I'm just going to fix this one knee.
Right, yes,
well, now you take the weight while that one's healing, and you put it all over here on this other one, okay, and it causes that one to go bad and get worse.
So can you
understand? So it makes sense to do them both at the same time, so that they heal both at the same time, and then you walk with both your knees at the same time.
We'll take a little break, and on the other side of the break, maybe I could put you on the spot a little bit and ask you if you, with words, could create almost like an animated visual of what actually happens inside the knee, like just maybe so that we can visually see it. And
absolutely.
And also for the listeners, I want you to know that the phone lines are open, and we would love if you have a question. And if nothing else, share this interview, because we will put a podcast of it up on the internet, on YouTube and on Facebook. All right, let's say
very much. Would love people to call in.
Yeah, definitely call in. The number is 622-9622. The number down at Dr. Jordan's office is what is the number, Mark?
It's 352-633-0473. Just let Desiree know that you'd like to have a consultation with the PRP or weight loss department, and that would be us.
All right, we have a few phone calls. Let me answer one. I don't have you on the air yet, but if you can hear me, then you're up next. We will take a little break and be right back.
The weather is brought to you by myfwc.com. Safe boating is no accident. Partial sunshine today and quite pleasant this Thursday, the high 75 to 79. Clear to partly cloudy Thursday night, low 49 and a few windland spots, 57 along the coast. Mostly sunny for Friday and warm, high 77 to 81. For Saturday, sunshine and some clouds or maybe an afternoon shower along the coast, highs in the lower 70s. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg.
Are you in need of custom screen printing, embroidery, or promotional items? Then look no further and come visit the brand new Legacy Team Sales. LTS is conveniently located off 17th Street next to Armstrong Homes in beautiful Ocala. We offer the best prices and highest quality products for your company, team, school, or nonprofit. Whether looking for screen printed shirts, embroidered polos, or travel team uniforms, you'll be sure to find it at Legacy Team Sales. Come visit our new 27,000 square foot facility. Our friendly and knowledgeable sales staff will assist you in every part of your custom purchase. LTS carries the hottest brands in the industry like Under Armour, Russell, Mizuno, Asics, Badger Sports, Gildan, Pacific, Ogio, and many more. At LTS, screen printing embroidery is done in-house, and we guarantee customer satisfaction. Stop by, give us a call, or check us out on the web at shoplts.com. Remember the name, LTS.
All right, 20 minutes after 10 o'clock. I love this conversation we have with Mark because, like I say, I'm just a radio guy. But, we speak to so many professionals and we read so many articles, news articles, and every time something comes up about medical advances, it seems the one that always gets, is the most amazing to me is the stem cell ones. And if you have them in your own body and they can extract them and put them back in and repair things, this is really groundbreaking, and the fact that we have it right here in the Villages is outstanding. Mark, thank you for waiting through the break. You do have a listener call waiting. Again, Mark Shaw is from Dr. Juan C. Jordan's office down in the Villages. Good morning. You're on the air with Mark Shaw.
Yes. Good morning, Mark. Good morning, everybody. I'm going to try to make this short. 24 years ago, I cut my thumb at work. On my left thumb, it's over the second joint. and it stopped. It was pretty big. After the day, it would still hurt if I touched it. But now inside that wound, it's hurting so bad where I can't even handle anything anymore with the left hand. Every day I grab it, it just gives and it drops. It makes me drop it. I'm wanting to know if that PRP treatment will work for me.
Well, that's a great question. First and foremost, on that particular type, because you had a wound there, okay, you're going to have what's called scar tissue and different things there that are touching nerves and absolutely causing pain in your hand. We can inject and we can do that with your hand and help those areas regenerate back to before they were wounded. Okay. Some areas that you may have some difficulty is if you cut yourself so deep that it was cut through nerves and things like that don't really repair. Then you have to step into the realm of stem cells. Okay. And that being the case, it's a little more expensive, but yes, you can get great results. We had Marianne on the radio several shows ago, I guess, Larry, it was, that she had a back surgery where they cut nerves. They'd been to the Mayo Clinic, and she had lost feeling all down the side of her leg. She came in, she had a PRP treatment with Charlie. She then had a stem cell, and then a PRP treatment after that. By that third PRP treatment, she had already started to get the tingling, like when your leg goes numb on you, and the blood loss, and it starts to tingle like that. So she already had that going, and she had cut her gabapentin, which is a neuropathy pain medication, very similar to the pain that this man would be feeling. Okay, she had cut that pain medication down from 4 times a day down to 1. She is now no gabapentin and has taken a trip to China and is absolutely feeling much, much better. Yeah. So it is a possibility. Yes.
I had a couple cortisone shots that they injected in there. They, of course, they work, but it's only a temporary thing. You know, they're only a couple months, and after that, it's gone again.
Okay. Now, what I will tell you is if you've had cortisone shots in that joint and in that area in the last 2 to 3 months, then we need to wait about another month. I mean, if it was 5 months ago, it's totally fine. But the rule of thumb is you need to have it at least 3 months since you've had a cortisone shot in that area before we actually go in and inject PRP and stem cell and that kind of stuff, because the cortisone actually counteracts the inflammatory process of what we want to happen, so that area starts to regenerate and heal.
Okay, I'm sorry.
That's about 8 months since I did the cortisone shot, and that previous to that, Dr. Jordan put one in. That's 10 years ago when he was back in Ocala. And I need to find out another thing. You guys don't take my AppMed insurance. What would it cost approximately?
And I would tell you that when you would come in and have a consultation, because I don't know. Okay? I don't know what that'll be. I promise you that we will put it within your budget, whatever it is. Okay? However much it costs. And Charlie will tell you, this is how many injections you need for us to be able to fix this area, and this is how much it'll cost. And then I will sit down with you, and I will simply say to you, tell me what you can afford on a weekly basis that doesn't intrude into your family's economics.
I will call in right now and make an appointment. And when you guys get the chance and get the phone again over the line, I'm listening. All right.
All right. Thank you
very much.
Fantastic.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Larry.
Oh, perfect.
Thank you.
I love that call. Can you mention the number again, Mark?
Absolutely. You can reach and ask, for Desiree, 352-633-0473. You can let her know that you want, and you don't have to tell her all of the problems or anything else. Just let her know that you'd like your free consultation with Mark Shaw or Charlie Brooks for the PRP or weight loss or whatever it is that you'd like to meet with us about.
If you want to call in, you have about 3 minutes to do that. And just real quickly, there's a technical thing. Sometimes it makes it difficult for Mark to hear himself, I think. So that's why I lower you while the caller. I lower your call. So that's why the caller had to wait until you were done talking before he could ask another question. That's all.
Okay.
Since you talk about weight loss, that means that you are on the top of the nutrition end. Also, you'll be able to guide the people.
Yes, we will. 100%. And we have our nutrition and weight loss is obviously supervised by a doctor, and we get fantastic results in our program. What we usually are seeing is about 5 to 40 pounds in minutes of visceral fat, not muscle mass. Just pure fat that we help them lose that does not come back, like a roller coaster. With women, it's about 25 to 30 pounds of this fat that we're seeing during our program. And it's a 16 visit program where you're going to see us 16 times once a week. And it's not a difficult program at all. It's just that, it requires a slight lifestyle change and, understanding what nutritious, healthy foods actually are. And it's a great program. It makes patients very healthy. Diabetics, we've seen come down from 11 on their A1C down to 5.5, 6.5, right in there. I mean, that's huge changes. So it's a great program, and we're proud of it. So.
And I'm guessing, just to clarify, the rich plasma and the weight loss are two different things. There's no, you inject plasma for weight loss, right?
No, you do not. No. They still haven't figured that part out, Larry. How you inject somebody and then you lose weight.
Yeah, just so I want the listeners to know it's not the same thing. All right. Dr. Jordan's office again. The number is 352-633. 0473. It sounds like Desiree is the person who answers the phone. And just say you heard about it on the radio, and if you could help us help them, maybe share the video of the interview that you're hearing. There's really nothing to look at. I think I just put the WOCA logo. Yeah, there it is.
Oh, absolutely. If you have a friend who's in pain and they don't listen to the radio, share it with them and let them know, hey, I heard this on the radio. We're happy to help anybody. It's a free consultation. That's the most important thing. Let us help you if you're willing.
All right. Do people come to you from all over the state?
Yes. Yeah. And we have many people who have come to us from Ocala. But yes, we've had people who come from, we are the representatives for the Foundation for Wellness Professionals in Central Florida. I'm the representation there for that. So yes, we have people who come from all over.
All right. Mark, thank you for doing this. I know that our listeners really appreciate it. And for the caller, that was an outstanding call. Thank you. And thank to Dr. Jordan as well. We'll be right back.
The weather is brought to you by myfwc.com. Safe boating is no accident. We'll have a partly sunny and pleasant day today with a high of 76 to 80. Then this evening will be partly cloudy, low 52 to 60. Friday should be nice with plenty of sunshine, high on Friday 78 to 81. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm Holly Holdren.
You're going to love your new windows and the immediate energy savings when you work with Renewal by Andersen. You'll experience legendary quality and installation. Visit renewalbyandersen.com for a free in-home consultation with the pros. Right now, save 20% on windows, doors, and installation. No money down, 0% interest, and 0 payments for 12 months with approved credit. Visit renewalbyandersen.com. renewalbyandersen.com. Offer ends February 28th. License CGC 1524135.
Fox News Radio, I'm Lillian Wu. The president at the National Prayer Breakfast.
Today I want to thank the American people. Your faith and prayers have sustained me and inspired me through some very, very tough times.
Talking about violence, also saying that all nations have a duty violent attacks against Christians by Islamic State and saying he'll do everything he can to protect religious liberty in the United States. A hostage situation is over in Delaware.
One Department of Corrections officer has been safely rescued and another is dead at the James T. Vaughn Correctional Center in Smyrna, Delaware. Around 5 o'clock this morning, Delaware State Police breached the building where inmates had taken the officers hostage, and the building is now secured.
Fox Radio's Tanya J. Powers. And metal objects in smokeless tobacco prompting a voluntary recall affected are some varieties of Skull, Copenhagen, Cope, and Husky. Fox News, we report, you decide.
My number 2 does not look like a number 2. I don't know what to call it. Is there a number 3?
Table for 4, please. Anything close to the restroom.
A middle seat with these stomach problems? That's my fear of flying.
Sound like you? If it does, you could be one of the many people with a digestive condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. Even if you don't know what EPI is, you might know the symptoms: frequent diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain. If you have even just one of these symptoms, you could still have EPI, because not everybody experiences EPI the same way, which is why it's so important to open up to your doctor about all your symptoms. And the good news is, EPI is manageable, so don't keep a lid on it. Go to identifyepi.com, complete the symptom checker, and use it to have a conversation with your doctor. Don't keep a lid on it. Visit identifyepi.com. Brought to you by AbbVie.
Bernie's Day of Fire.
The flyer says Bernie's Day of Fire Car Show and Dino Day, Saturday, February 11th from 10 a.m. to 2:30 p.m.
All proceeds will be donated to Habitat for Humanity.
Food trucks, trophies, door prizes, 50/50, pony rides.
I know. And look, cow chip bingo.
Your favorite.
The address is 1 Aspen Road, Ocala.
And the website is Bernies.com, BURNYZZ.com.
Robin, you try the Echo machine.
Bernie's Day of Fire.
Sunrise Automotive, this is Matt.
Hey, Matt, it's Dan.
Hey, Dan.
Listen, we're going to be doing some traveling, and I need to make sure the car is in good shape.
Why don't you just bring it on by? Let us check it out. We can check all your belts, your hoses, your tires, all your fluids. In out of town, is that up north in the cold?
Yep.
Okay. Let's check your antifreeze. Also, let's make sure your washer fluid has got alcohol in it so it doesn't freeze up north, because that makes for a rotten day. And let's check your air pressure in your tires. Let's look at your brakes, make sure everything is safe and secure there. Let's go through it and just make sure everything is ready to go on the road. You due for an oil change?
Yep.
Whenever you come in to get your oil change, we always check your belts, your hoses, all your lights. We go through and make sure that everything is working properly. We check all your fluid levels. We do that every time you come in to Sunrise Automotive.
So just call you back at this number?
Yeah, just give me a call back at 690-1993 whenever you're ready to come in. And you can drop it off, leave it with us, whatever's most convenient for you. Look forward to seeing you at Sunrise Automotive.
Keep up with what's going on in the downtown area with Ocala Downtown Newspaper. Delivering thousands of newspapers to businesses in the downtown area, Ocala Downtown is there to keep you informed. They even have Tom's Picks, a free referral for people who are looking for a company to do work for them. Tom's Picks will refer the company that fits your needs, and all we ask in return is that you tell them where you heard about it. It's simple. For more info, just call Tom's Picks, 352-804-1223, and pick up your copy of the Downtown Ocala newspaper today.
Now read Ocala Downtown newspaper online.
You have that drip coming down from the corner of the room, but where did it start from?
Bone Dry Roofing can and will fix it right the first time using quality materials and will deal honestly and fairly with you, period. You can find Bone Dry Roofing on their website, bonedryroofingllc.com, and Facebook at Bone Dry Roofing LLC. Do it right before your roof needs a tarp to keep the elements out. Bone Dry Roofing stands behind their work to help make your home safe and secure, plus they have financing available. Remember, if you're not bone dry, then you're all wet.
Hi, I'm Big Daddy Don Garlitz, asking you to support adoption by purchasing a Choose Life license plate from your county tag office. You know it costs a lot to give a child life. Many times a woman is forced to make a bad choice because of financial pressures. Help save the lives of the unborn children by aiding women whom choose life instead of abortion. Take a stand for life. Purchase your Choose Life license plate today. For more information, go to chooselife.org or call 352-624-2854.
All right, 25 minutes before 11 o'clock. Beautiful Thursday morning. Hope you're doing well. We do have a contest that's going on right now, and it is a team effort between us and Honey Baked Ham, which is not too far from where we broadcast. There, if you know where Best Buy is on Highway 200, they're kind of right behind them in the strip mall that faces, I guess, the Toys R Us, the back of Toys R Us.
Yep, 27th Avenue.
Does that sound right? So what they have is 20... a spread for 20 people. Every time I start to talk about this, I know I need the notes in front of me. So if you call 732-8000, Patsy is here, and she will answer the phone. And if it does roll over to the answering machine, that's okay, too. You just need to leave your name and your phone number. And the more we get, the better the chances are that you'll win. And you can call as often as you hear us asking you to call. And we're asking you to call right now. If you're looking at the streaming video, I have the camera actually aimed at the shiny blue box. This box right here. There's the blue box. And there's the sign right there that says Honey Baked Ham Super Bowl contest entries. Call 352-732-8000. Robin will put your name in the hole right there. I'm showing you the picture. Anyway, so that's how that works. Yeah, call the office line, 732-8000. 732-8000. If you call the on-air line, we can't take your information, obviously.
No.
Obviously, we don't want to give your phone number out on the air.
That's right.
Speaking of the Super Bowl, there was a story I wanted to share with you. 3 years ago, you might remember, there was an ad by Coca-Cola, and it was really a nice ad, and it ran, it showed different people of different ethnic backgrounds singing America the Beautiful in their native languages. And for some reason or another, some people got ticked off at that. So the Coca-Cola company threw up their hands and they said, what?
Oh, my gosh.
What? We're a land of many, many people, and so many different languages were represented. And anyway, they got some backlash from it.
Oh, boy.
So this year, 100 million people are expected to watch the Super Bowl on Sunday. And so the advertisers say, we don't want to offend anybody. We want to make sure we get it right. So it's going to be interesting to see how they do this. You remember? There was one year where I think it was a beer company, and they had girls.
Look at that dress. That's beautiful.
That is a beautiful dress. Do you remember the one with the girls? I think bikini-clad girls jumping out of airplanes with parachutes.
Yes.
Do you remember that one?
Yeah. Why did some people think that was politically incorrect?
Oh, absolutely. Yes.
Oh,
yeah,
my
they
gosh.
did. That's why you don't see that one anymore.
Oh my gosh.
Anyway, so none of the ads for this weekend's game on Fox are expected to purposely press any political buttons. They've been really, I guess, asking the consultants, have we hurt anybody's feelings? Are we doing something politically correct?
There's going to be somebody that's going to crawl out of the woodwork.
Yeah.
It's the ones that are the troublemakers that keep joy from the rest of us.
That's right. That's a good way to put it. Anyway, let's see. What else do I have here? Oh, I have a couple of things from this morning from the president I want to share with you.
Okay.
Donald Trump, President Trump, was at the National Prayer Breakfast. Among other things, he took time at the speech to make fun of Arnold Schwarzenegger's ratings in the show The Apprentice. He's something else, huh?
Oh my gosh! I'll say.
I'm going to tell you this, and then I'll tell you what he's doing about Iran. It's like two different worlds for him. He's got the showbiz world, and he's got the world.
Yeah, for sure.
President Donald Trump took time during his speech at the National Prayer Breakfast this morning to make fun of Arnold Schwarzenegger's Apprentice ratings. He said, "When I ran for president, I had to leave The Apprentice, and they hired a big movie star named Arnold Schwarzenegger to take my place." He called out producer Mark Burnett, saying, "And we know now how it turned out. The ratings went right down the tubes." It's been a total disaster, he said. And Mike Burnett, that's the producer, will never, ever bet against Trump again. Ay.
Oh, my. So what did they want to do? They should have just scrapped the show and not have a host?
He's an interesting man. He's got there's a jealous part to Donald Trump. Absolutely. Yeah, he's got an ego that's...
Yeah.
I'm not the first to notice it. But that doesn't mean I think he'll do a bad job as president. I just hope it doesn't get in his way as president.
Yeah,
I think if I were his friend, I would say, why don't you stop with the showbiz talk? Let the showbiz world do its thing, and let's talk about business. So,
well, he was real classy the other night. Trump was when he introduced the nominee for the Supreme Court.
He's a pendulum.
He's very classy.
Oh, and right. I'm not saying this is not classy, but I think it's beneath him at this point. You're the president. Schwarzenegger's been the governor.
Yeah.
He's an immigrant who did it right.
Yes,
sure. He immigrated to this country and figured out how to do it right and how to be a success in this country and take advantage of everything this country has to offer. He should hold him up as a shining light and a shining example of what you can do if you do it right.
Exactly.
Rather than, show the positive aspect of immigration. I mean, there's not very many of us who are not the descendants of immigrants if we're not immigrants ourselves.
That's right.
But I'm not. But I am for a lot of what he's doing. Let's see. This morning, he also reiterated his administration's policy on Iran. Now, this is more along the line of what a president should be talking about. Here we go. Except my thoughts on him using Twitter as a way to communicate to the public are mixed. There's one part of me that says, "Why are you using Twitter?" And then there's another part of me that says, well, why not use Twitter?
Yeah.
Why not? I mean, to express to the rest of us what he's thinking.
Obama did. He used Twitter when it first came out.
I don't even want to compare anybody to anybody. Even with Obama, I might have said the same thing. Why are you tweeting? But I don't remember Obama tweeting, did he?
He did a few times in the very beginning.
But anyway,
he didn't do it. He went on Facebook.
But anyway, so I do have mixed feelings about tweeting, but I'm okay with it. Anyway, so this morning he reiterated his position on Iran, tweeting that Iran, quote, here I'll read from the Twitter post, Iran has been formally put on notice, in bold capital letters, for firing a ballistic missile, should have been thankful for the terrible deal the U.S. made with them. That's referencing the $150 billion in cash that was on pallets.
That Obama gave him.
Right.
Exactly.
National Security Advisor Michael Flynn yesterday said Iran had been put on notice, telling reporters that the administration condemns such actions by Iran, in other words, that ballistic missile, that undermines security, prosperity, and stability throughout and beyond the Middle East, that puts American lives at risk.
That's true.
Iran reportedly conducted a test Sunday in violation of a United Nations resolution, though the country refused to confirm that it had done so. You don't need to confirm anything anymore. We sort of kind of know when anybody does anything.
Well, sure. We got all those satellites up there and all that stuff. No, I think Twitter is a good thing. That way we know the president's active.
Do you do Twitter?
No.
Well, you should do Twitter.
I've signed up for it, but I don't.
Well, you should do Twitter, and then if you subscribe to the real Donald Trump.
Oh, okay.
At real, I'll tell you what it is. It's
because I subscribed when it first started all those years ago.
Okay, but I'm telling you, if you want to see his tweets, you subscribe. You do the Twitter thing. It's real easy.
Okay.
And then you follow. I guess is what it's called. You follow, and I'll do it right now so I know. At real Donald Trump. That's his thing.
Okay, I will do that.
So
I will do that.
I don't want to do it for the station. I should do it for myself. But anyway, so that's how you do it.
Okay.
All right, what else do I have here? David Shulkin, yesterday, during his confirmation hearing to be the Secretary of Veterans Affairs, said he would not privatize the Department of Veterans Affairs, which is a good thing, I think. It's my opinion.
It is a good thing.
He said there will be far greater accountability, dramatically improved access, responsiveness, and expanded care options, but the Department of Veterans Affairs will not be privatized under my watch. Shulkin testified before the Senate Veterans Affairs Committee. He also called the VA a unique national resource that is worth saving.
Nice.
We agree with that. I do. You sounds like you do.
I love it.
And for those of you who think that everything political that you can pin on us is predictable, I defy you to tell me which things we think should be public and which things we think should be privatized.
Yeah.
We'll be right back.
The weather is brought to you by myfwc.com. Safe boating is no accident. We'll have a partly sunny and pleasant day today with a high of 76 to 80. Then this evening will be partly cloudy, low 52 to 60. Friday should be nice with plenty of sunshine, high on Friday 78 to 81. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm Holly Holdren.
There are only a few things in life that you can be certain will always be around: death, taxes, the pursuit of happiness, and computers. As they continue to advance at an epic pace, the one absolute certainty about them is that they'll break. It's not an if, it's a when. And when it happens, bring it to the only company in Ocala that's certified in Apple and Microsoft, Ocala Mac and PC Repair. They even offer on-site computer repair service, so they come to you. And if you do drop it off, you can check your repair status online. Ocala Mac and PC Repair is a family-owned and operated company that can do everything from mobile repair to wireless networks, fixing viruses, data recovery, even building and installing new systems. Visit online at ocalamacpc.com. In person, 1713 East Silver Springs Boulevard, or give them a call, 352-566-8324. That's 352-566-8324. Ocala Mac and PC Repair.
Hi, my name is Erica Olstein. I'm a doctor of acupuncture and oriental medicine. Do you have a gout-ridden toe or bowels that move too slow, creaky knees, or how about an asthmatic wheeze? Then acupuncture is sure to please. Come visit me, your primary care physician, Erica Olstein at A Better You Healthcare. Call me at 352-615-5566. That's 352-615-5566.
Cookies, 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 cookies. We go cookie eating cookies.
When you want something special and fun for any occasion, get cookies. King Cookie in the Paddock Mall in Ocala will make a delicious, fun-filled delight just for you. So next time you're in the mall, stop by King Cookie or call 352-237-2557. KingCookieOcala.com. Customized cookies, cakes, and more. King Cookie.
Eating cookies. We're so happy eating cookies.
All right, 12 minutes before 11 o'clock. Thank you for tuning in. In just a few minutes, we'll have Michelle Hodges in the studio with us. She is the guest of Lauren Debick, coming in from Ocala Health to talk to us about our hearts and our heart health. And Cathy Snyder is here. What do you got, Cathy? What is that?
And chat with us.
What is that?
As per discussion yesterday.
We had a discussion yesterday?
Yes.
Hold on. Where's your microphone? What was our discussion?
I can't remember her name because I didn't get my book on the way in.
Oh, this was from the lady we had on the air.
Yes, but I do want to make a public apology.
For what? What's the public apology?
When I called in and I said we both need the book, I just meant we need the education.
No. Don't apologize. I need the book. I'm with the weight loss book. I know.
But this,
I'll know about you. You look good.
I ran over to the Indian store and I freaked out because they had moved a couple doors down.
We have an Indian store in Ocala?
Yeah, right across the street, Colors Plaza.
Huh.
Oh. So Himalayan pink sea salt is fantastic.
That's salt right there?
That's salt.
Doesn't it look like ham?
Yeah.
It does. I thought that was groundhog or something.
All right, you two. We've used it for years. It's got a really good flavor to it.
That's salt.
Salt.
It does have a pinkness to it.
It is. It's Himalayan pink sea salt. Okay.
Aren't the Himalayas mountains?
Yes.
How did the salt get up there? I thought salt came from the ocean.
Well, actually, I think it comes down from the mountains and it's in the seabeds.
Oh.
And once the seabeds dry up, they go and harvest. That's my take on it.
Isn't it amazing how nature works? Isn't it amazing how God works?
It is.
I mean, I always say this. How can you say there's no intelligence? Not you, but when people argue with this,
you're looking at me.
How can somebody say there's no intelligence in design? The water rises out of the ocean, goes into the mountains, and comes back down so we can all have water.
Well, I think we, as the common folk, we just need to be educated, and that's where WOCA comes in.
We need to be educated?
Educate us.
I was told that yesterday.
Now
we sound.
I listened a little bit to that, but it was such negativity, and I don't do negativity that I'm sorry.
It wasn't too negative. Some of it was constructive.
That's always good. That's always good. But I mean, People are what they are, and you
I
can't
don't think
change
you've been a
them.
guest on our show before, have you?
No.
This is sort of like being a guest.
Little Larry. Not Larry.
Yeah, that's one of those regional dialect things. I haven't been called Little Larry in a long time.
But you do so much for the community, especially the 326.
The 326
market.
community market closed.
Oh, it
did. We could not find a produce vendor and keep them.
Oh, my.
Yeah, so that end of town has nothing.
Oh, no, that's a surprise.
Yeah, I have my fingers crossed that something will actually mysteriously turn up at the Ag Center, but we'll see.
Can I ask you something about the pink salt? Can I do a blind test?
Sure.
Can we open that, or is it sealed? Robin, can you get some white salt out of my desk? I got some white salt. I want to see if I can tell the difference.
I'm sure you can, mainly because table salt is so refined and
The taste of it is different.
the taste is different, the feel is different, the
Well,
texture
maybe the
is different.
feel. That's gonna.
Yeah.
That's gonna be my. I'll cheat
Yeah.
with the feel,
Yeah.
but I'll try to be honest about the taste. Can you taste the difference?
I can.
What's the pink? What makes it pink?
I think the region, but I'm not positive. I think she can do it that way.
And you got this from India, huh?
It's called the Indian Store. It's over in Colors Plaza. I've gone there for years.
Oh, okay.
Any kind of ethnic type food you need is over there.
All right, Robin. Now we're gonna do a blind test, okay?
Okay.
All right, Cathy, can you put a little bit of how are we gonna do this? Just put, but Robin can't look at it.
Okay, I'll get a cup.
I can't look at it. I gotta keep because it's pink.
Yeah, maybe a little Dixie cup would work.
Yeah, that would work better than paper towels.
I can honestly say that we've had major diet changes in our house because my husband found out he was gluten issues.
Really?
So
what are you doing differently?
Our whole lifestyle, and you cannot believe how much.
Did you come to pick up the book?
I did. That's what I was headed here for, and I said I'm not going by until I have the book and the salt in my hands.
All right.
But I mean, you don't realize how much gluten is in our foods.
Okay. No, I know.
Everything.
I have no idea.
Try to have breakfast.
I ate way too much yesterday and way too much already today. So all right. So all right. Robin, bring the book cups over to me. I'm going to put my finger in them.
Okay, don't look.
I'm not looking. All right. I have no idea what I'm touching right now. All right, and I'll taste it.
To me, at this point,
That was salty.
When I use regular white table salt, which I don't.
Now, if
but
I put
it's
my
in all
finger
our
down,
food,
I'm going to contaminate it, so you can't use it, right?
use another finger.
Okay, another finger. Is this the other one? Okay.
Don't keep licking the same finger.
I honestly, all right. The second one was the white salt.
Yeah.
Was that right?
Yes.
Yeah.
But I really was. I think I just guessed. I don't know that I really.
Well, the texture.
Robin, you want to try? Or did my contaminated finger stop it for you? Yeah, never mind. I see the look on your face.
She's like me.
I don't need to hear an answer.
Yeah.
My finger has been nowhere. It's been here the whole time.
I'm not a germaphobe, but I don't do buffets, none of that.
You don't do buffets at all?
No.
So your husband is gluten intolerant.
He has a gluten intolerance, so
When did you learn?
3-4 years ago, he kind of self-diagnosed.
So when did you start doing the gluten-free?
Probably around the same area. I mean,
So what have you noticed? What's changed?
Mainly when you could actually look at his stomach and it was just like rock hard, constantly.
Was
Pressure.
not anymore.
No. Nope. He probably lost, I don't know, 30, 35 pounds just removing the gluten.
Really?
And I think the biggest issue is processed food. That's where you find most of your gluten.
So you cook everything fresh, like fresh vegetables and fresh meat and everything like that?
Yep.
What do you call those little lobsters like at the Chinese restaurant? What do you call them?
I don't know. I don't go to those
Do
restaurants.
you call it crawdads or crawfish? What do you call it?
I'd say crawdad.
Crawdad. I think that's what I call them too, right?
Yeah, I think so.
But what was this discussion yesterday? Some people call them crayfish.
Yes, I've
And
noticed that. too.
crawdaddies.
I think it's all in where you're from.
Beverly Hillbillies, crawdaddies.
Is it?
Yeah, I think so.
That's one rerun that doesn't come across to me.
So when you go to restaurants and everything, do the menus have gluten-free on there, or can you trust some of the items to be gluten-free?
You can't trust anything. You can't trust anything. Actually, the holidays, if you're comfortable eating that dish, bring it. I've got a daughter-in-law that has a tree nut allergy. I've got another daughter-in-law that doesn't eat pork.
What's the first allergy?
Tree nut allergy.
Tree nut?
that?
Tree nut.
Oh, tree nut allergy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Tree nut. So, if you have a dish you like, bring it.
Is coconut considered a tree nut?
Yeah.
It's a tree.
Actually, it's the worst.
Really?
Because of the oil.
Oh my God.
Have you ever, were you a listener back in the days when we published the WOCA cookbook?
I think I came in after that.
So you didn't contribute to it?
No.
Have you ever seen it?
No, I haven't.
I'm thinking about getting some just so we can give them away again. It's been a long time.
That would be neat.
Have you ever seen it? It's got a cover on it.
No, and maybe you need to do a,
There's the cover.
2017 one.
It's not gluten-free, let me tell you. Not a gluten-free cover.
When you look at the video of your visit today, you'll see I just put the picture on there of the cover of the book.
Cool.
It's got a pot of chili, vegetarian chili, by the way, that Robin made for Thanksgiving, right? That was a Thanksgiving picture?
That's what we do for Thanksgiving.
We broke the rules and put food by the mixing board.
Yeah, we did it on purpose, so we take the picture.
Fine. I'm pretty neat.
Well, after your finger issue, I just wasn't sure.
Well, what else do they have there at the Indian place?
Any
Himalayan
kind
salt.
of spices you could think of is there. I mean, sage.
Why did they name it Himalayan? Was there somebody laying down?
I think it's the Himalayan mountains.
I mean, when they went up there for the first time, they said, look at this guy, he's just laying down.
No, I don't think that's why.
Himalayan down.
No.
We should call this the Himalayan Mountains.
No, I don't think so.
Well, I wonder what happens to the salt in the ocean then. I mean, do they cultivate that too, or
I don't know.
that's a different kind
Yes,
of
they
a
do.
salt?
Sea salt.
Oh.
They must.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So that's sea salt then. The salt that's in the ocean.
Well, I guess so. I mean,
There's quite a few different. I mean, if you go to the more upscale restaurants, I've seen, like Anthony Bourdain, I mean, they'll bring a tray to your table and it's got 10, 12 different kinds of
yes, Cuvée used to. Uve, what's it called?
Yeah, it's Cuvée.
Used to do that. They're closed now, right?
Yeah, well,
They had black
It's a
salt.
new restaurant.
Volcano salt.
yeah. My son was a cook there.
But it wasn't small enough to fit through the holes in the salt shaker.
Probably not.
No, the little pieces would. You could shake it all you wanted, it wouldn't come out.
I think the only reason we have salt shakers is because we're all used to the white salt.
Well, that's pretty cool. I just love that. I think that's wonderful. What kind of spices do you like to cook with that you use all the time?
I'm going to have to say more Indian, cumin.
Oh, okay.
They say that's good for you.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. You know, if you have stomach issues, they say capsicum, hot peppers. The more you eat, the more it helps.
Oh, really?
And I'm always I thought it was the opposite, but nope.
Do you want to say hi to somebody calling in?
No.
They might be a friend of yours. You got to put your headset on if you want to hear them.
All right, I'll listen.
This is what it's like to be a guest on the radio show. Good morning. You're on the air.
Yes, thanks for taking my call. Interesting program.
Oh, thank you.
My mother-in-law was told by her doctor to quit salt, period, because of her different health problems. So she went to a salt substitute. Do you have any ideas on that?
I don't use them. If it's not the real thing, I don't use. Same with sugar. Those little pink and blue.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you like real
I don't
sugar?
like those either. I don't like real
Actually,
sugar.
I use, oh, shoot. It's a raw sugar.
Raw sugar, okay.
I've seen that.
I use raw
Not
sugar.
Domino's?
No, I don't use sugar.
What would you recommend now if a person has to reduce their salt intake from use less salt in their cooking or no salt at all?
I tell them their first step is to get rid of their processed foods.
Oh.
That's all canned stuff and everything, right?
Yeah, I mean, pick up a can of soup or pick up a box of even macaroni and cheese and just read the side. Look at where your sodium levels
What do
are.
you put on your eggs? You put the white, the pink salt on your eggs?
Pink salt,
Really?
little pepper. Yep.
I just have a hard time with no salt on eggs.
Nope.
Kathy Snyder, you were our guest.
Thank you.
Thank you for being in here for us.
You're welcome. Have a good day.
Thank you. And thank you for bringing in the salt for us to taste.
Well, I want to hear your feedback on it.
Michelle Hodges is up next. She's coming in with Lauren Debick to talk to us about our hearts. I bet you salt is part of that conversation.
Oh, I'll be listening.
We'll be right back.
Broadcasting from the Paddock Mall Studios, this is WOCA, Ocala, Gainesville, The Villages, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.
Fox News Radio, I'm Lillian Wu. The newly sworn-in Secretary of State addressing the State Department.
As we move forward in a new era, it is important to honor the sacrifices of those who have come before us